It is after my wife died that I realized I had to do everything to raise the children. I went to Sugu Primary School, Umea. I dropped out of school because I had to get married and I started a small business. I have lived here for 1 year, and while here, I tested HIV positive. I have 5 children, and the eldest is Maria Namugalu, and the second is Shamila Sophia Naboroko. They all make me happy. For example, Shami, she is obedient and looks after me so well. When my wife died, I didn't marry again because I hated what I had seen my father do, and secondly, my children were still very young. I didn't do it because I thought they would be mistreated. There is a time I was away and my children were not treated well, so I decided to look after them myself, and I know others have learned from me. Shortly after my wife's death, my relatives wanted to take away all my children. They say I have spoiled my children. They wonder why I fetch water and cook for them when they are at school. People are not happy about what I do for my children, but I have to do it to raise them. I cannot wait for the children to come back late from school, and yet I want to eat. I can get a jerrycan and fetch the water. People say, how can a Ssalongo, a father of twins, fetch water? But who do they expect me to love other than my children? These are my children, and it is my responsibility to cook for them and even carry food for them from the garden. Being a single parent is very challenging. In my community, people marvel at seeing a man raising children. We do all the work together. They saw these children when they were young, and they actually thought I wouldn't manage. I am also surprised that I have managed. When my wife was still alive, both of us had the responsibility of looking after the children.
When Ssalongo lost his wife, I was worried he was going to die too. I advised him to raise his children first, but he was found to be HIV positive. I was sympathetic, not because he is a man, but because he is doing the housework, yet he is sick.
I know I am the mother and father, so I talk to them about everything without fear. It is my responsibility as their father to talk to them about everything. I didn't have sons. At first I felt bad about it, but over time I realized that girls are the same as boys. But now I see women search for money like men, except I haven't seen one fixing the roof of a house. But women are as competent as men. I have seen married women around who have built houses from their small businesses.
Abafumbiddwa obufumbirwa abamu abalina amayumba nga gaabo oluusi nno nga alina akaduuka katini ddala n'empaaba omusango wadde tuliwo.
We settle all the conflicts amongst the three of us. What I have gone through has changed my attitude. I used to think women were just there to get married, but I want my children to be educated and get jobs.
Oba abaana bange bagwanidde basome. Kale okwekebeza kwanyamba.
Testing helped me know my status, and now I am working hard for my children.
N'omukisa nti kati nsobola okukolerera abaana bange.
I've known him for 4 years.
The
first time I saw Ssalongo look after his children, I wondered why he didn't have a wife, and I asked him about it. When I asked him about his wife, he told me she was dead, but he wasn't going to marry again because his children were big.
Even
if Ssalongo is sick, he works hard to maintain himself and his children. I gained courage from him, and I think I can also do it. They should learn from Ssalongo.
I grow cassava, potatoes, and many other things. It is now a dry season, and that is why my garden looks like this. We have gained a lot. We have never gone hungry, and I get money for their school fees. I thought the men's role was only paying the bills. I used to think looking after children and taking them to hospital was the woman's work. I also thought it was their responsibility alone to cook for the children. But now I see it's my responsibility to treat them even when they are sick. But today, I think it's the men's role to look after and cook food for their children.
Ever since our mother died, our relationship with our father is so good. He gives us advice and we listen to each other. When our mother was still alive, she did everything for us. But now our father does that. He can wash, mop, and cook. Some say he has brought us up very well. He has fed us and looked after us.
Kati amagezi ge naalibwadde abasajja oba abaami bannange
I want the men to learn that the responsibility of running a home is not only for the man, but for both the husband and wife. The husband and wife should have equal responsibility. Men should not leave the responsibility for the women alone, neither should the women leave it for the husbands.
Bye bye bannaffe mwebale kujja nkomangawo n'olulala